Well, hi everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. I just got through reading several comments today. A couple of them not even that nice. I just kind of removed them. They weren't terrible. They just didn't need to be on there. And one of them wasn't even bad mouthing me. It was bad mouthing the president. So I hope everybody's doing fine. We all still need to keep praying for people to get smart enough to take these shots so we can maybe, and also pray for us to get the ingenuity to send them, not only give shots here but all over the world, because we need to get this thing stamped out before it just keeps getting different variances and takes off in a direction where we don't have the control over it. And I don't know if that's what some people are wanting. Maybe they don't. Kind of stop. If anybody was really getting all the facts, the kind of people still pushing not getting a vaccination would be people that just bored with living or just want to see some excitement come to earth. Maybe they watch too many movies. I don't know. They just want to live with this for the rest of their life. If they're doing their research, that's what they might be doing by not getting the shot. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that follows this channel, everybody that still watches it, everybody that's liked, subscribed, and shared. Thank you for doing that. If you've never watched me before, my name is Lynn, and I read tarot cards for many, many years, and I also follow politics, so it's kind of a political tarot channel. I'm going to do a couple different readings tonight, but the first one I'm going to do several different deals, and I got so many questions today, and first of all, I want to thank everybody that donated to my channel. I'm amazed that you can find it on there. It's on, I had a couple people say they couldn't find it. So you just go to the top of the page, all the way to the right to About, and if you touch that, it opens up a page with a donate button on it. So, and if you go into that, my first name is Mary, so I wanted you to know that. My mom always said she called me Lynn when I was growing up instead of Mary, because every time she hollered Mary, everybody in the neighborhood showed up, because there were so many Marys when I was growing up, which was true. There was a lot of them right around me. So anyway, that was her story, and she always stuck to it. So I think it might have been because she let my sister and my cousin name me. And of course, that was my grandmother's name. My dad's mom's name was Mary, so they didn't go against it. But they're the ones that came up with the name, I think. And they were only about 6 or 7 years older than me, so they weren't too old. So that could have been it. Maybe she didn't like that name. But anyway, that's life. Nancy Pelosi, a salute. She so far held her guns about not getting the clown car onto that committee she's trying to get started. If she just holds firm on that, I'll have to give her another salute. So don't forget, I told you I wouldn't pick on her and that I'd give her a praise if she made it look like this was going to be a real investigation. I don't know if you guys watched that town hall with Biden and Don Lemon, but I usually don't like Don Lemon. I've never thought he asked the right questions, and I always thought he was way far to the right to even be on CNN. I always used to think he should have been on Fox News for many, many years, the last 10 years or so, but he even asked the right questions. I was really surprised. He did That was a pretty good town hall he did. And I can't figure out how Joe Biden's going to protect the right to vote and not get rid of the filibuster. Maybe he's some kind of frickin' musician and we don't know about it. I said not musician, but magic man. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. And I won't say any more in that direction. Sometimes we just get caught in the past and can't get out of it, and I'm hoping that's not it. I'm hoping that we're getting ready to see a whole new man here somewhere. A new revised version of him. Not somebody that's still trying to make bipartisan bills with the Senate like he used to 40 years ago, which is not done anymore. Anyway, so first tonight we're going to start on let me get something and mark these off for all. This Tom Barrack, I guess we'll know tomorrow whether he ran or showed up, so there's no sense in reading on that before this could get out to YouTube. No matter how the cards turned out, it's already going to be happening before I get up to label it tomorrow. So, I was going to ask if he's in physical danger, because I had a strange feeling he might be in some physical danger somewhere from this, because he knows a lot. He knows a whole lot about a lot of people that, whatever, they may not want out there, that he might have to tell if he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in jail, unless he takes off and flies that airplane over to the Arab Emirates and stays there with them. Who knows what's going to happen there? But if he stays here to face it, let's read. I'm just going to read on him. Going to try to get his energy into these cards and read on him. Tom Barrack, not Barrack. I think it's Barrack. Another member of the gang that couldn't shoot straight. Well, we got a lot more news coming out on him. We're just beginning to find out all the crap he was into. Look at this. So we got that there. And see if we can get that. I'm sure that probably shows in the camera. It's always 50 times brighter than it looks like in here. So for the signifier, we got the page of wands. He's still thinking he's going to get out of this, because this isn't only more information coming out, this is a card of immaturity. So it also might be him just not even arguing with him, but saying right across the board, since you know that he's got very expensive lawyers, okay, what does it take? What kind of deal do I have to make to get out of here with some probation? So that might be what's coming out of there. Might be more mature. Well, I asked if he was going to fly off to... That wasn't one of the things I was asking, but something's getting postponed here. I'm thinking that if they're going to bring a case against him, they better do it and quit pushing all this crap back. But anyway, I don't know why we got the hangman here. Something's going to keep this from going forward. he a double agent? No. Page of Swords here. Maybe he's just going to talk, tell him everything he knows, and go underground, and we're not going to hear anything about it for a few months. Why is he going to get cut off? Why is he going to get cut off? He was definitely in total cahoots with the Republican Party. They knew everything he was doing. Of course, we know that. It's only people on corporate news that keep asking these stupid questions, like Donald Trump maybe didn't know anything about anything. He just had 150 crooks hanging out around him and on every committee and on everything he appointed, but he didn't know nothing. He wasn't in cahoots with none of them. God. Well, they're really watching him from overseas. I remember they said he was in tight with the Arab Emirates, and did they say, well, I know he pulled all that stuff with Qatar, but there's somebody else too that may have been putting money in his pot that was being shared with Trump. Because this has got the Three of Wands here. And in the future, yes, we're going to find out I'm feeling that they're going to find out that there's more than one country involved with some of his shenanigans he pulled. Even though he may have been signed up with one, he was in cahoots with more than one. He is got jail way. This is the 7th house. This is his house. He's really got jail weighing heavy on his mind tonight. Heavy. Jail card weighing on his mind tonight. Because he knows, this is Nancy. I don't know what she's going to have to do with him. Nancy, or a female attorney, a female judge, somebody coming after his ass, but this is somebody, because she's got all the goods on him. That's why, that's the energy around this, because they already know everything he's done. They've got the information. They've got it. Yes, they've got it. Second yes card. He is in deep doo-doo. And I don't think any lawyers are going to get him out of this. Not totally. It's almost yes. He is going to end up doing some jail time. If he talks and talks big and has good lawyers, I don't think he's going to do that much jail time. You know, I don't think he's going to cover Trump's ass. I think he's going to walk away from it and do anything he can to keep himself out of jail. That's what these cards are saying. They're saying more information's coming out right away. Then there's going to be a hold on it. And then he's cutting himself off totally from the Republican Party. We're going to find out there was more than one foreign country that he was involved with. And yes, there was a lot of information traded. And no, he's not going to be able to stay totally out of jail. But if he does a good deal, he could get a little bit of mercy, especially if he tells them everything he knows. So that's what's going on with him in the next week or 10 days. He'll probably wake up in the morning and find out he flew the coop, which would be totally backwards from these. No, I'm just playing with you. I can't believe how right these cards usually are, even if I don't think even if they're surprising me, which they always surprise me a little bit. And sometimes they don't surprise me at all. But yeah, it looks like he definitely knows he's in big, big trouble. And the only way he's going to get out of it is to have his lawyers make a hell of a sweet deal for him. And he's got enough money, even though he's really should be in jail. That anyway, they may be able to make a deal where he only spends a few months in there and then gets out in probation or something if he gives up enough people. And then is he going to be safe when he gets out? Well, at least he's got enough money to hire a whole team of protectors. It's not like he's so poor that he's going to have to wait in a one-room shack for them to come get him. So who else is on here? Well, let's look real quick at this this insurrection on January 6th. So what's going to go on with it? Maybe I should have asked how long it's going to take. I don't know. When are we going to start hearing? I guess they're supposed to start setting stuff up this week. So what's going on with that? What's going on with this investigation? I know they're serious about getting to the bottom of it. I really feel like they are. I just hope they all don't abandon it when they find out where it's heading. When it turns around and heads right back to half the people in the Senate and probably some of the people in the House. Truth be known. The House and the Senate, because you know that Jim Jordan was in it right up to his little whatever wobbly knees. So this is the investigation, hearing, whatever they want to call it, look into the insurrection for January 6th. Are they going to get to the bottom of anything? What's going to go on? What's going to happen? Where's this heading? Where's it headed? Anything that can come out of here, Spirit. I don't know what to ask, so just anything that can come out, and we're going to see what's going on here. They're going to find out there was foreign people involved. Of course, surprise, surprise. Don't think so. I don't think that surprised any of you all. It's really funny. Here's people offering up information to stay out of trouble. So I think, are the rats going to start ratting on each other right away? They might make some of them a deal they don't want to accept, even after they know they got them. They have been really foolish in the past to think they were going to get away with this. I can't believe they pushed it back as far as they have with all their bullshit innuendos, but anyway. Wow. Got the death card at the top of this. I think this is saying whether they make a deal with them and tell everything, or don't make a deal with them. Either way, that their career a lot of their careers are over. They may not go to jail, but their careers are over. They might just be amazed that the House does as good a job bringing all these facts and information forward as they do. Although they've had a lot of practice in the last 4 years of getting facts together and presenting them. So it may surprise some of the Republicans, but probably surprise the Democrats like me the most if they do a good job in bringing this forward, and it looks like they might. They're going to keep the bickering up. They're going to keep putting out the false innuendos and, oh, they're after us and all this bullshit. No, we were just lovers. We weren't really in there to start a fight. We went in there to love those guys to death, some of them. This is so sick, the whole thing. So it's still going to have this Republican propaganda all around it for a long time. They're not going to back off even when the facts start coming forward. It's going to be a lot of Republican propaganda, just fighting against it every day. But it doesn't make any difference because Nancy's got the goods. She's got the goods. They have the paperwork. They have the proof. And I love this. This is the outcome. This is America Star. This is America coming through. So if America is the outcome for this investigation of the insurrection, then it's going to be a good investigation, and there's going to be a lot of truth coming forward. It's going to start out by showing that there was other countries involved. Some people are going to be anxious to cut a deal right away. Other people are going to snub their nose at it. They know it was foolish already. Their careers as they know it, a lot of them are going to be over. They're going to be amazed at what a good job, I can't believe I'm saying this, that the Democrats do. I love the Democrats, don't get me wrong, but if you watch my channel, you know sometimes they pretty, it's hard to root for them too much. It wouldn't be the first time they trip, but it looks like they're going through with this. The Republicans are still going to spin it, just like Benghazi every day, blah, 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 blah. But it's not going to do them any good because they got the facts and they got the pictures and they got everything they need. And America ends up being the winner. And if America's the winner, that means that the facts are coming out, whether they want them to or not. And don't forget, a lot of them's going bye-bye. So that's what's going on with that insurrection investigation. That looks good. It looks like maybe the worm is turning. Maybe the energy and the worm is turning, and Trump shit's getting awful old hearing the same old story every time he opens up his mouth. I don't know if anybody's interested in anything he's got to say or do at this time. Haven't heard any more news on that O'Reilly and stuff tour they're supposed to be doing. Maybe they just did one and decided they didn't get a good enough turnout. Who knows? So, let's see. Well, I know you all heard about the Kavanaugh shit. There was like 4,500 complaints that were never even investigated at all. Of course, we knew it wasn't investigated. They only spent 4 days or something on it. It was that shit crazy. Well, everybody knew that they didn't take time to check any information or to find out who paid his gambling debts off or anything like that, or to check to see how much he lied when he'd been up before that time. He had lied to Congress. So instead of reading on whether he's going yet, where I think he may go, I think they may give him a deal to go, to either shit or get off the pot, because if he stays on it, he's gonna get awful stinky. But see about Chris Wray. What is he gonna keep his job? Let me mark that off so I don't try to read on it again, so I know when I go to. So Chris Wray. Is he going to keep his job? I was just kind of pulling for him the whole time he was in there, hoping he didn't let Trump blow everything up, and I think he might have been trying to keep Trump from blowing stuff up, but there still had to be some place where you just drew the line. And obviously if they just did an investigation on Kavanaugh and then sent all the information to Trump's office. That wasn't doing their job at all. Christopher Wray, what's going on with you? You're probably not sleeping too good tonight, but you're already up exercising if you're an exerciser, since I'm in the West Coast and you're on the East Coast. What's going on with you? What kind of energy's going on with you, Chris Ray? What kind of energy's going on with you? Christopher Ray. Well, we got the Knight of Cups as signifier. So he tried to come through already. Giving out tidbits of information to the new administration that he thought might cover his ass when all this stuff came to bear. So he started right out trying to give information that he had, things that he had done, or small things, or watched be going on and stuff when Trump was in there. But he's got the High Priestess as the signifier, as the influence and obstacle over this, and this is, it's either right or it's wrong. And just sending all that stuff to Trump was wrong. So I think it's like cut and dried. Looks like he may be going. Yeah. He's definitely on his way out the door. We got the Ten of Swords as a foundation. He may just resign. Been thinking about it and getting out of there. He's just going to say he was going to leave anyway. Because it shows him going to higher ground, or trying to get to higher ground, and probably by resigning would be the best way to get to any higher ground on this. So that's what's going on there. It could be all the battles he'd have to fight if he doesn't resign and leave there, how much explaining he'd have to do, and it would be just a constant battle. So he might as well resign. Whether Biden fires him or not, he might as well just resign. I'm going to try to put this where you can see the cards a little better or something. Yeah, he might as well just resign. I don't know. I always have trouble with these cards. It shows him trying to do a balancing act. What's he going to do? Resign and write a book and go on all the talk shows trying to excuse what he did and say why he did it and he was protecting us? Or this is spinning something. This is a spin on why he did what he did. He's definitely leaving. Whether he's getting fired or he's leaving on his own power, he's leaving. This is his house. This is his 7th house. So Christopher Wray is going away. Because he didn't do his research. That's the energy around that. Or he did do his research, but he handed it over to the wrong people. He didn't do enough of it. And I know when Trump told them that they were only going to give them 7 days or 10 days or something, they only took 4, that they weren't going to have time to investigate this. But they should have just came back. If they'd have been the real FBI, they'd have came back and say, this can't be done that quick. There's too many stuff. We're going to go through it. And they would have delayed that. And he was already told that there was no way they were going to let him delay it. So I know he was between a rock and a hard spot. He's kind of sad that he didn't stand up for what should have been. He knew what he did was wrong. And he, you know, I've been kind of taken up for him even on this reading, but it looks like he was in league with him. So he may even be part of that FBI that's in league with the devil. Looks like he was not only right under his paw, but he did feel like he didn't have any choice. He did feel like he didn't have any choice. I do clarify over that, and it's Biden. So I think that if he doesn't walk away within the next couple of days, Biden fires him. So that's what's going on there. He tried to go to Biden and tell him some of the stuff that went on, but there's either right or wrong. He's in big trouble. He might as well just resign and get out of there. Going to higher ground is not going to help him. Trying to spin it at the current time is not going to help him. He might end up doing it later when he's trying to make money off of this, like all the rest of them. Here he is walking away. Looks like he doesn't even want to hand over all the material, but I hope it's all been handed over and they get it. He's really disappointed in himself, but he knew he was behind a rock and a hard spot. Whether he believed like the devil was in league with him or whatever, even if he wanted to do the right thing, it was almost impossible. And if he doesn't leave, Biden's going to get rid of him right away. So that's what's going on with Christopher Wray. I think we might have time to do one more, and then I'm going to come back, and I think I'm going to do a reading for Donald Trump. As much as I hate to, I'm going to do it for the month of August. I am. I'm kind of getting jealous of all those people that go live. If I went live, I wouldn't be able to read my iPad because it's so small. Because I'm just barely seeing if I got something right under my eyes. So I couldn't hardly answer questions unless I bought a bigger computer, and then I'd have to learn how to work a bigger computer, although they make iPads that are bigger too. I've seen one at Costco that was a few inches bigger than this one. That might make it, and it really had a good camera on it, so maybe this one's already cracked. Maybe if I can save enough money, I might get one. What was I going to read on next? Oh, Lord. I said I was going to read on one more thing. Now I can't remember what it was. Well, I might as well read on Kavanaugh real quick. What's going on with Kavanaugh? Let me put a circle around him so I know I've read on him. What's going on with Kavanaugh? Does he know how high the crap is around him that he shouldn't open his mouth? Probably. Probably standing on his tippy toes and it's already up to his nose. I'll have to edit this and see if I read on him twice. I don't think so, because I just now drew a circle around him. So let's see what Kavanaugh's up to. Tell you, my mind just takes a leap when I start reading cards. Wow, the big guy in the Supreme Court. So we got him. Signifier. Big judge. Because he was a Trump lover. Trump put him in there. Somebody's gonna offer him an offer, maybe to leave there or get investigated. But he's going to get offered. The foundation is an offer he's going to get. Illusion, delusion, that's what they were putting up for his past instead of telling what was really going on. He's kind of felt like he's been in suspension ever since he got in there, because he's been waiting for the hammer to drop. He knew that if Trump didn't get reelected, that it would probably be a miracle if they didn't find out that he was lying. Probably be a miracle if they didn't find out that he was lying. Somebody paid off his debts, his gambling debts. Somebody's paying somebody off right now to try to smooth this out. They're getting ready to. I hope they're not offering to retire him out of there. I'm sure they wouldn't. Whatever it is, it's going to cause a big stink. It's going to cause more division between the right and the left. It's just the truth coming forward, but they're going to make all kinds of innuendos like it was some kind of setup. You know how they do that. But we know that to start with. We still want it to go right. We want him to get exposed. He's really worried about what he's going to do for money if he has to leave there or gets kicked out of there. He knows he can probably go to work as a judge somewhere at a right-wing place, but it's still going to be a lot less money than he's got coming to him now. But it looks like the people end up winning this, and if the people end up winning this, it'll be because he's gone. So this is him. This is what got him in the Supreme Court to start with. This is the offer they're making that he don't want, but he can't spend it enough to have it go any other way. So as soon as he thinks about it, he's going to go ahead and take an offer from somewhere else and leave there. There's going to be a lot of bickering about this truth coming out. They're going to try to spin it, but it's there. They got him in black and white. He's going to be making less money, but the people are going to be happy that he's gone. So it sounds like I'm reading these cards like a Pollyanna, but I don't know how else to read them. That's just the way they are. And I'm really in a good mood about the way they are. I'm glad I read these cards tonight. And so I'm going to shuffle these a couple of times. I'm going to get up and turn this video off, and so I can turn it back on and start another one. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to read on Ivanka and the inauguration money, just to see what it says on them. And I'm going to read on Trump for next month. Trump for August. So, catch you on the other side. Love y'all. Bye-bye now if you don't want to watch my next one.